Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am the Sipping Tea, and today I'm going to be talking about the M60AX Cold War Premium Medium Tank. The M60AX is an Era 3 premium tank in Cold War. It's a new kid on the block, proven to be a very good tank so far, as hopefully you will be able to see in this gameplay. The silver earn rate for this tank is a bonus 55%, the XP earn rate on the tank is a bonus 20%, and the crew XP earn rate is a bonus 10%. Moving right along into the gun, the penetration on the standard rounds is 494 and the premium rounds is 583, both of which do 480 damage. Now, initially, on the face of it, that may not seem particularly good for an Era 3, but I must say that the numbers don't accurately portray how the gun handles. I would say that the gun is extremely good, as again, hopefully, you'll be able to see in this replay. The base statistics of the gun, aside from that penetration and damage, is a rate of fire of 9.38 rounds per minute, with a reload of 6.4 seconds and an aim time of 1.7 seconds. The ammo capacity is 63 rounds, and the gun depression is 9 degrees with elevation of 19 degrees. There is one statistic that I have left out here deliberately, and that is accuracy. Now, accuracy is where the M60AX really does come into its own. It has a base accuracy of 0.19, which obviously does get improved with equipment, crew steals and consumables. This tank is a laser beam. The gun fires in a perfect straight line. Whatever you aim at, you will hit. It may not necessarily pen, but it will hit it. This gun is superb. Moving on from the gun, let's talk about top speed. So the top forward speed is 72.4 kilometers an hour. I have found that the top speed does take a little while to get there. I'm not entirely certain that the power to weight ratio is all that good, but nonetheless, it definitely does eventually get up to that speed, and well, it's able to keep up with some of the quicker tanks in the era once it is there. The top reverse speed is 27.3 kilometers an hour. Not too bad. Not going to rewrite the textbooks either. It is just ordinary in terms of the reverse speed, but that's fine. You can see here how incredibly tight the sights are on the gun reticle there. It's the most accurate tank I've personally come across so far, at least that I can think of off the top of my head. Other tanks that would be similar to this perhaps would be the Chinese Era 3 medium tanks, some tanks that I am very, very fond of, and you can see those in previous videos as well. Now, the footage that you see here in the background, I'm going to address it before anyone does say in the comments, yes, there's a lot of bots here, which I'm sure, in fact I am certain, is the reason why the end result was as it was regarding the damage that I managed to achieve on this tank. However, it still shows off very nicely how quickly this tank can put down some serious damage, and very effectively even in the hands of, well, somewhat of a novice like me. All in all, about half of each of the teams were bots, so of course it did make it, as I mentioned before, a little bit easier to rack up the damage very quickly, though equally sometimes, as I think you may agree, playing against bots, they can have sometimes a supernatural advantage, for instance, being able to see and shoot through smoke as if it's not there. So it's a bit of a mixed bag in that regard, but I'm not going to try and hide the fact that, of course, this game was a lot easier because of the presence of so many bots on the enemy team. The M60AX also boasts 3,300 points of HP, which isn't too bad, I suppose, given that it is a medium tank, of course. The standard vision range is 545 meters with a still concealment of 0.15. So this tank really is able to spot reasonably well, and well, as you'll see in the footage here, and perhaps unsurprisingly, I do enjoy sniping with this tank. It is very much suited for it because of the superb accuracy. Again, that probably won't come as a surprise to a lot of people who have seen my previous videos. Every tank is a sniping tank. To finish off the engine statistics, it does have a 15% fire chance, which is a little bit on the higher side, so you'll either want to consider going equipped with a fire extinguisher or have the necessary crew skills, or perhaps even both if you have the luxury of being able to have an abundance of crew skills. The M60AX doesn't particularly have impressive armour. The turret is okay, but the hull armour is a little bit lackluster. But then I suppose it's a necessary compromise given that the gun is so good it can't really have the best of both worlds. And typically we do see in this game that if a tank has very good armour, usually the gun is a little bit lackluster, and indeed vice versa. You can see here in the game footage that I have opted for the classic consumable setup, starting on the right hand side there with the standard fire extinguisher leading into the standard medkit, and then, yes, can you believe it, I've actually got a premium consumable there in form of the premium repair kit. I am starting to run that on a few more tanks, purely because I find that it's just so much easier to be able to repair tracks without having to throw away your one and only repair kit. So you're probably going to see that a little bit more often now on my tanks. In regards to equipment on this tank, I opted to go for advanced loader, gun stabilizer and improved ventilation. Now, gun stabilizer may not really be necessary on this tank. It's already got fantastic accuracy, so improving it by an additional 20% may be somewhat superfluous. So you may wish to address the engine perhaps instead with turbo traction or something along those lines, as that could well prove to be a little bit more useful on this tank. Moving on to the crew skills. So I personally always have a standard setup of crew skills for the vast majority of my tanks and vehicles in this game, and that is Born Leader, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Sixth Sense and Snapshot. After that it does become a little bit more tank specific, so whether or not you want skills such as off-road driving or rapid aim, run and gun, that sort of thing, they are very useful to have, particularly on a tank like this. But of course it does become a little bit more tank specific, so that is always going to be a bit more of a personal preference. I don't think there's really any sort of objective path to take. It is, as I say, more of a personal preference. So I just stick with those 5 basic, as I see them, necessity crew skills, which again are Born Leader, Rapid Loading, Steady Aim, Sixth Sense and Snapshot. That's it for this video. I hope you liked it. You know what to do if you did. Please do hit that like button. Also, please do throw a comment down in the comment section with any feedback, be it positive or negative, because once again, I am always looking to improve my videos. If you think there is something that is missing or that I could do better, anything like that, then please do let me know. Also, if you wish, leave a comment and tell me that you liked it, you know, why not? All feedback is welcome, as I've always said. The obligatory mention to my Patreon page as well, of course, that is in the link in the description below. And finally, please do, if you think your friends may enjoy this content that I create, then please do send them a link to my channel, let them know, help my channel grow, and hopefully give them something that they will enjoy watching as well. Do remember to hit that subscribe button, and well, with that being said, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.